The corner, the corner, the corner.
Hey, welcome. Come on into Cousin Ed's Corner. This podcast is where you'll find real, authentic conversation, organic conversation, unscripted, unfiltered conversation, like you're home with your cousin. It's all about life. It's about finance. It's about spirituality. It's about love and everything in between. I'm your host, Cousin Ed. I'm excited to bring you along on this journey. So sit back and listen in as we dive into a wide range of topics. I have some diverse guests coming on with an array of thoughts and opinions. My goal is to create a space all for us to connect and communicate. It's not really about me. It's about the community as a whole. Let's enjoy it. Let's sit back. Let's think about our past. Let's move into our future. It's about
The corner, the corner, the corner. So no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. The corner, the corner, the corner.
What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Cousin Ed. Yes, indeed, back with another one, Cousin Ed's Corner. And today's Motivational Monday here at Cousin Ed's Corner. I want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of this movement, part of this show, part of this community. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Hopefully you had a chance to catch up on some of the previous episodes of Cousin Ed's Corner. So if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to our Substack. Be sure to follow us on all of the socials, so Instagram, Facebook, the TikTok, and all the other places. Be sure to also go to YouTube. So go to YouTube and follow us on YouTube. All right, that was quick. I want to get out of the way. I want to get us excited and motivated to be excellent. Excited and motivated to be excellent because so many people, so many factors are out there trying to hold us down, right? Some people want to say, the devil throw things at you. And I believe that as we progress, right, as we try to be the best we can be, there are things that's going to challenge us. And they want to see what we're going to do, right? A lot of things do not come easy in life. And I'm saying this from something personal. But a lot of things do not come easy in, right? You have to put the work in. You have to put the work in. You have to put the work in. My dad told me this years ago, and I didn't understand it till later, maybe when I had kids, but probably before that. But I was a average student. I ain't gonna say average. I was like a D student, right? DC student. This is let's say elementary school going through middle school, right? Didn't really care about grades. As long as I passed, I know I was going to next grade. And my dad said, well, if you just passing, what happens when you get ready to fail? Like when you do have a challenge and you fail, right? I didn't understand. I'm like, I'm passing my classes. I don't care, right? When I made it to high school, I realized how important it was for me to pass due to the fact I couldn't play, right? So as being an athlete, you have to pass, X amount of classes. You can, the coach followed up on all your progress reports and all your report cards. He also followed up with your classes, making sure you was there on time, things like that. You had to pass these classes. So I started to excel even more and more throughout high school and through college because it was something I wanted to do. I wanted to excel in. I said I wasn't going to be in a bubble of having somebody say I couldn't play, right? I want to take that mantra onto life, right? And I did take it into many things that I do now and have done, right? I don't want to just be okay with somebody can come in and say, hey, you're right. You're one of the ones I got to make a decision about. I got to make a decision if I'm going to keep you or you, and you're on the bubble. I want us to strive to be above and beyond. When they look to call people names, they gonna call your name. When they look for the next promotion, they're gonna call your name. When they're gonna look for open up new territory, they're gonna call your name. When they're gonna look for somebody who to praise, they're gonna call your name because you already did all that. You put all the work in. For myself, I try my best to put the work in. I get up early in the morning, I stay up late at night, I try to put the work in because I know how easy it is. Let me say how hard it is to be great. I'm still striving. I'm not great. I'm striving to be, but I know how hard it is, right? And for us, for most of us who listen to this show, how we're perceived, right? So you have to keep putting the work in. I say this mainly for our youth. And this where it's all stemming from, right? Stemming from my own kids and the same conversation my dad had with me, but just in a different context, right? It's not about the grades always. It's about everything you do in life and where we want our kids to be raised and our kids to think about to be the best. People say the head, not the tail. To be the best. So when you stand out, you stand apart from everybody else. Good analogy that I use with my son for many years. Baseball analogy for those who follow baseball. Right? You're at the bat. 3 strikes, you're out. Right? You got 2 strikes on you, and you got like a couple balls. You got 1 ball, right? So you can get another ball. You know that it could be a ball and be like, okay. But you got 2 strikes and the pitch is thrown and it's high, and you don't swing. You leave it up to the umpire to decide your fate. Instead of the common thing is to go ahead and foul the ball off. It's another ball, right? Just foul the ball off because guess what? You can't get struck out by that. When you sit in the hole, when you sit in the box and you do not swing, when you do not put your best in it, you give somebody an opportunity to foul you out or to strike you out. I don't want to be striked out because I didn't swing. I want to be in the game the whole time. That's an analogy some of you may not get. You can't just stand there and look at your colleagues. You can't stand there and look at your friends. You can't stand there and look at somebody else and not put your best foot forward. Not swing hard as you can. Don't leave it to anybody else for your judgment to decide on who you are. You're the head, not the tail. Now, when you don't put the work in and you don't try to be your best, you don't try to excel, you don't try to stand out, you leave it to that umpire. You leave it to that coach. You leave it to that teacher. You leave it to the other individuals to control your fate. And sometimes I will say this much. Sometimes, no matter what you do, things are going to happen to challenge you, right? But when those things happen, are you going to be able to say, I did all I can do? That's a question. I'm gonna end on this note. Years ago, one of my good buddies, we was talking, and I was halfway joking, but not joking, right? I said, when I leave here, I want them to put on my tomb, he tried, right? Because I never would want for somebody to say he didn't try. And some people, my friend tells me don't say try, but I wanna be sure to say that I put my best foot forward. He was always there. He worked hard. Be sure in everything you do, leave your mark. Do not be a CD student, right? Do not be a person who gets struck out because you didn't swing. Put in the work. It's hard sometimes. Hard. Sacrifice. but you'll see the reward. You'll see the reward. If it's not here where you're at right now, you'll see it someplace else. Okay, I do got one more story. I was at a job, right? And I worked hard. I was doing well. A new regime came in, and everything I worked for got taken away, right? They said, hey, I don't want you touching this. Leave it to somebody else. Da 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 da. And y'all may have heard this story before. And people who know me know it's a true story, personal story. And I had to sit with it. But I knew I did my job so well. I knew I was good at what I did. And the only reason why they was taking it from me is because something that they personally had going on with them. But I still excelled. I still went there with a smile. I still did the job that I now had after that. The job I had at that time, I still did that extremely well. Right? I didn't let them see me sweat. I didn't let them see me down. And none of that stuff, right? When I left that job, I went to another job where that company is now my customer. I waited my turn. I did everything I was supposed to do. But when you're doing things right and you're doing things with excellence, you'll be rewarded by it. I leave on that note. As some people may say, I dropped the mic.
Thank you for listening to Cousin Games.